Hi, I'm Becca St. James, and I am continuing on with the EDancer Audiobook, Part 3, Chapter 3. It was all fabulous until her uncles waltzed in the restaurant opening night. It was then that everything in her life seemed to be half-baked. Anastasia's uncles, who are Russian mob, are owed hundreds of thousands of American dollars from her father, and evidently the night of the restaurant opening they inform her she must pay back his debt by laundering Russian mob money through the restaurant. So now she needs as many rooms as she can get, and definitely more than before. The rooms, if you hadn't noticed, are a valued commodity. It is all about the money, yet getting rooms is a thing of prestige as well as money. Just as maybe getting a certain homicide case might be to a detective, or getting a certain account might be to a stockbroker. Well, it might be a little different. Sunday morning, 3 days after Jasmine met Wallace, she lay in bed wondering what could be done to help Annie. She wasn't particularly fond of Anastasia, but any friend of Trinity was a friend and person of concern to her. Annie came to town after I left the physical world, and I only know her through Jasmine, as I do most of the girls in her life. Anastasia is not a bad person, but she obviously puts on this phony front, and Trinity is the only one she shows her true self to. Trinity, Lilly, and Lila are the only girls I really knew from the old days when I had a physical body. The phone rang, and I just knew it was Lilly. "Hey, Jasmine, what you doing? Was it good at the sexy shop last night?" "Oh my God, girl, it was so tired. You would not have believed it if you saw it with your own eyes. It was just a bunch of yahoos. I went home early. I got this new regular, and if he's not there, I get so lazy." "Who?" "My new regular, Wallace, who gives me 12 to 16,000 a month because he comes in at least once a week." "Girl, I don't care how much he gives you. You cannot afford to do that at $300 a night payout. How much did you make?" $400. "Those are some high pimp steaks, baby. You know what you need? You need to go out and have a spa day. Why don't you come to the shop and let me..." "Don't, Lily. Not today. Please don't try and make me over. I'm fine with how I look. Maybe next week you can give me a wax or something." "Anyway, I don't care about that right now. I'm just stressed, that's all." "What about?" "I don't know. Dusty, that was horrific, and it's so criminal what they get away with in all the clubs. Slavery in our very own US of A. And why do they get away with it? Nobody cares about us strippers, and you've got to admit, all the money the clubs have doesn't hurt them in their cause, does it? It's not like the mayor is going to turn away their campaign contributions just because they're scum. The club hands them $50,000, which puts the O into ouch for us. You know, it's public record, and anyone can have access to the mayor's contribution list. And over the last 2 years, our club has funded the mayor over $200,000. These establishments aren't enforced to abide by the law, even though there are laws against pimping. Why is that? $200,000 a year is quite the payoff. That is, just from the sexy shop. The Mirage Company gave the mayor $500,000. We are screwed by society because they think we deserve it, and no one ever stops to think or care, why are we here to begin with? Lily heard Jasmine's voice crack just enough to know she was crying. "Jas, why are we here?" Survey says 9 out of 10 times because we were sexually abused. Where did you get that statistic? I did the survey myself in school, and I also followed the work of many other researchers who concluded much of the same. You know, I saw this ad in talent on Craigslist that is asking girls to participate in a short, and they would prefer it if the girls were college students. Who cares why you're dancing? I tell you, that attitude pisses me off. Oh, you accept that I'm a dancer, and the only reason you'll swallow it is because I'm a student. I have to have a reason they approve of. Does Bush have to have a good and moral reason to be a moron? Look, all the internet scammers and people profiting from a morally bankrupt war, I think we are downright respectable compared to most of the people in the world. The conclusion is we are just trapped because what are we going to do? Go work a straight job so we can get the good seal of approval from Betty fucking Crocker? Thank God for Wallace. What would I do without Wallace? What did I do before Wallace? I can't even remember. To the whole world, we are just sexually fucked up, and let's just say it. We are whores. And the funny thing is, I saw Beyonce the other night on some awards show, and I could have sworn it was the same outfit that I wore on stage the other night. We have set the fashion standards for half the women in Hollywood, but we're the whores and they're the stars. It's getting old. It's just getting old, Lily. I'm feeling you on that, girl, but what can we do about it but laugh all the way to the bank? Of course, I would rather be laughing all the way to Beyonce's bank. I'm just glad to be laughing, period. Jasmine and Lilly laughed it off, but this was the brunt of everyone's resentments. We tried to stand up for our rights, and when we did, the stage fees started getting higher and higher. And we just ended up fucking ourselves. And that is the conclusion the clubs wanted us to have. I remember it all so clearly. Let's not forget the class action suits and what they make off us in illegal stage fees in all the years it takes to settle them, and leaves them quite a hefty profit. I have to pay like everybody else where I am, but I told Tim he has to pay my fees even though I don't work at his club. Fuck it. And he does? Oh yeah, he gives me $6,000 a month plus my fees, and he's giving me extra starting next month. He keeps me in jewelry too, girl. That's great, Lil. Do me a favor and put it away. You never know when some crazy stripper's gonna knock him off. Jasmine! Just be safe. He's like Willie Brown, a traitor to his people and a definite target. Anyway, let's face it, nothing is ever done to really change the problem. The judicial system has been putting a Band-Aid on the problem when really what we need is for the whole damn system to go under the knife. So what happens is these assholes running these establishments are getting away with it. They're getting away with murder. Let's not go into situations like Dusty, who was one of the many horrific casualties that rarely makes the papers, let alone Nightline 2020 or something of substantial merit. Let me tell you, if we were talking about Paris Hilton or someone like that, we've been hearing about it for years, months, maybe even years. Jasmine, stop. We're not solving anything. We're just making ourselves sick. I know, Lil. I am sick. You asked me what was wrong with me. I am sick about it too. Dusty, stage fees, all of it. But there's nothing we can do about it. I could say to Tim, could you stop charging all my friends so much money? And he would probably tell me to get lost. He's not giving that up for no one. I know, Chica, these are our peeps. It's a sickening situation. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame what a yardstick we use today to measure the value of human life. And you sleeping with the enemy. I know, but I love him. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, and that's the question there is no answer for. And it is the perfect example of how love is blind. I refuse to stop loving you even though you are in love with the biggest piece of shit I have ever met. The good news is, for you is, even if we got rid of him, there's probably another one where he came from who's just as bad or worse. Anyway, I love you, and if he ever hurts you, he's dead meat.